Is breaking inputs here regarding the Deputy Chief Minister of Delhi, Manish Sisodia, who's also been on a hunger strike. His health is deteriorating as well. His ketone level in blood noted the highest at 7.4. An elevated level of this substance in blood means that the patient has very high blood sugar, high levels of ketones that can lead to a serious diabetic complication and coma as well. Remember, Manish Sisodia, along with 3 others of his colleagues who've been on a sit-in dharna at the Lieutenant Governor's waiting room at his residence there since last week. Satyendra Jain, the other minister who was also on hunger strike along with Sisodia, is already in hospital under observation, and now there is news of Sisodia's health slipping as well. Our correspondent Apurva getting us further inputs here. Apurva, what more can you get us on ground? Are we expecting him now to be rushed to hospital as well?
Well, the latest that we are bringing to you right now is that Manish Sisodia, the Delhi's Deputy Chief Minister, has also been now taken to the hospital. In fact, his ketone levels has shot up. Yesterday, it was 6.4. Right now, it has reached almost 7.4, and it is ideally very important for him to be taken to the hospital. In fact, we are also getting further information that he has already been taken to the hospital. He is en route to the LNJP hospital at this point because his ketone levels has shot up. Remember, yesterday night, Satyendra Jain, the Delhi's health minister, his ketone level had also shot up. His ketone level had reached to almost 7.2, and he had to be immediately rushed to the hospital. Manish Sisodia's ketone level right now is at 7.4. So that is the reason the medical team, which was there inside the LG house, immediately shifted him to the hospital. He is in fact en route. We will be getting information that he is in fact en route. He's being taken to the hospital because at this level of ketone, it is very, very important that Manish Sisodia be taken to the hospital and put under care at this point. Otherwise, his health conditions will be very, very difficult. So right now, the information that we are bringing to you is that he has been taken to the hospital for further treatment. Back to you.
Okay, he has been taken to hospital for further treatment here. This, of course, means 2 in hospital, and now the remaining 2 who are to continue. Does this mean Arvind Kejriwal, though, would continue with that sit-in dharna?
Well, Arvind Kejriwal and Rural Minister Gopal continue to be inside the LG house, continuing with their dharna for the 8th straight day. Remember, both Manish Sisodia and Satyendra Jain had undertaken an indefinite fast to protest against this entire issue, saying that it is imperative on the LG to intervene and resolve this entire crisis. They had taken it upon themselves on 13th. In fact, Manish Sisodia went on an indefinite fast, and on 12th, it was Satyendra Jain who began his indefinite fast. Both of them have been on a fast for the past 6 days, leading to their health condition deteriorating, and hence both of them had to be now rushed to the hospital. Yesterday night, we saw Satyendra Jain was immediately rushed to the LNJP hospital as his ketone levels have shot up. Right now, the information that we are bringing to you also of how Manish Sisodia's ketone level has also now increased. While both these ministers have been rushed to the hospital for further treatment, Arvind Kejriwal and Gopal continuing to go ahead with their 8th day of dharna inside the LG house.
Okay. Yes, stay with us, Apurva. There's, of course, also a confirmation of the same now that is coming from the Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal himself in a latest tweet here that he sent out. This is regarding Manish Sisodia's health, saying that Manish Sisodia is being shifted to hospital, and after Sisodia's health deteriorates, his blood sugar levels have spiked sharply, and remember, this could be dangerous. It could force a person to slip into coma if immediate medical assistance is not given. Manish Sisodia's health has deteriorated here, and Arvind Kejriwal, they are also confirming that he is the second one to be shifted here. Apurva, this would also mean, as far as the sit-in protest is concerned, you have the Chief Minister and his core team, a total of 4 of them there who were present at the waiting room. They're losing numbers. They're just 2 of the ministers, including the Chief Minister now, who are left in this sit-in dharna. What are we expecting next? What is going to be the next course of action? Because we have both camps with respect to the IS officers, the LG's version. opposing and battling it out in all what the Delhi Chief Minister and his team have stated on the alleged strike of the officers. They're still battling it out. There is still an absolute logjam.
Well, there is still no end to the deadlock, and we are not seeing any kind of resolution also coming in as far as this entire deadlock is concerned, either from the side of the LG or from the side of the Home Ministry. Remember, it was our Rajya Sabha Aam Aadmi Party MP Sajja Singh who had met the Home Minister as well, and he had received assurance from the Home Minister Rajnath Singh that this entire issue will be solved. He will be speaking to the LG as well. So far, we haven't seen any kind of resolution in sight. What we're also given to understand is that the Aam Aadmi Party senior leadership held an important meeting as well to discuss the future course of action. They will in fact be coming out with the statements as well as to what they plan to do next, especially with the time that the deadlock continuing and there is no end to that impasse. The bigger question right now is, even after the Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal has given out a statement, in fact appealing to the IAS Association to call off that entire boycott of the ministers, ensuring that their safety is paramount and it will be taken into highest consideration, and the fact that the entire IAS Association is his family and that they should not be worried about their safety and security, extending an olive branch of sorts to the IAS Association, who have been in fact reiterating at multiple forums that their entire strike of not attending the ministers' meeting is essentially because they do not have any kind of assurance from the Chief Minister or from the Delhi government. With this statement, will the IAS Association take a hint and call off that entire boycott? So far, no word coming in from the IAS Association over this entire appeal. With that, the continuing deadlock is still going on. 8th straight day, no word coming in from any party. It is still an air of uncertainty that is still there in the national capital. Many are asking what is the next step, what is the resolution, who is going to solve it. Unfortunately, there are still no answers to what is going to happen next.
Yes, stay with us, Apurva, while we update our viewers on further developments. These are fast-paced developments that have continued since the past week with respect to this logjam. You have Arvind Kejriwal and his team continuing to say that IAS officers have not been attending any crucial meetings and accusing them of being the reason for having paralyzed governance in Delhi. But there is a counter to that, and that's coming in from the IAS officers. They've refuted these claims. They've released pictorial proof saying that they have attended meetings. They've attended meetings with respect to the environment and the air toxicity, the air pollution, the meeting that had taken place last week on the 14th of June. But at the same time, there's also a statement there coming from the representative of the officers saying that they also need more security. They fear for their safety, and which is why they need more security as well. Apurva, that being a very strong allegation, while you have the IAS officers in continuing to counter each of those allegations, they've also once again shot out at the Delhi government and their team, saying that they feel vulnerable in attending meetings if security is not provided to them.
Absolutely, sir. In fact, that particular statement has been reiterated multiple times in various press statements that has come out. Initially, they went on to slam the Delhi Chief Minister, saying that all the allegations
stay with us because we're playing out these live visuals here of Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia now being the second one to be rushed to hospital. These are the latest images here playing out. As we said, he's in a critical condition because his ketone level there having shot up. At this given stage, when you have the ketone level shot up to 7.4 here of what has been recorded so far, there is a possibility when the ketone level spikes sharply that a person which could lead to further serious diabetic complication and coma as well, which is why it is crucial for him to be administered medical help and assistance at this time. Manish Sisodia, who was the second minister in Kejriwal's team there, he has now been rushed to hospital, who has been on hunger strike since the 12th of June. So now we have both Satyendra Jain as well as Manish Sisodia, the two ministers who were on hunger strike along with that sit-in protest, both now having been rushed to hospital. This is day 8 of that sit-in protest, while two ministers now rushed to hospital with deteriorating health because of we still have Arvind Kejriwal and Gopal there, continuing with that sit-in protest on day 8 today. Today is also the day that the Delhi High Court, based on a petition which was filed by a BJP MLA questioning the protest, the Delhi High Court taking that into account, questioning Arvind Kejriwal's decision to go in for that sit-in protest. First asking, did he have permission? Second, asking if this was the only option left, to stage this sit-in protest and not be reporting to work at the Chief Minister's office. And in further developments, AAP has also called for an emergency meeting today to discuss the next course of action. We have the numbers of that sit-in protest now dwindling, with just 2 ministers left at the LG's office who would continue with that sit-in dharna. AAP is also, we believe, to understand would have an emergency meet today to discuss the next course of action. Let's get in those inputs here from our correspondent Apurva on what next. Could there be a softening of stand here? Because Kejriwal effectively has sent now, in that hunger strike, he effectively has 2 ministers in hospital.
Well, at this point, we are still awaiting a final confirmation on what was on agenda. How do they plan to resolve this entire crisis? What is the forward planning that the Aam Aadmi Party leadership is now looking at, considering yesterday the kind of turnout that had come to Mandi House and had marched all the way to the Parliament Street. In fact, they were stopped at Parliament Street. They wanted to march all the way to the Prime Minister's office. The kind of turnout itself was a very strong message that had come out. With this particular meeting, a very important meeting that is taking place as the Aam Aadmi Party leadership discuss the future course of action. To all extent, are they going to continue with this deadlock? What are the other options that they can explore, especially at a time when none of the parties are really blinking, whether it's the Delhi government or it's the IAS Association? So we'll have to wait and get a final word there coming in from the Aam Aadmi Party senior leadership as to what do they plan to do next. They have literally explored every option. They have written letters to the President. They have written letters to the Prime Minister. They've also written and met with the Home Minister. So right now, it is important for the Aam Aadmi Party leadership to find out what are the other options that can be explored, what is it that they're going to do next, and how do they plan to take this forward and end this entire deadlock.
Right, and in the second development that came in, which of course was as far as the Delhi High Court there coming down heavily on the AAP government, questioning this form of protest and asking, is this really the last resort, asking if there was permission to go ahead and do this nature of a sit-in dharna at the LG's office. Apurva, any word from AAP as far as questioning the very existence, the very fact that you have Arvind Kejriwal and his team there going ahead with this protest? How is AAP taking in this slamming now that has come in from the High Court as well?
Well, the Aam Aadmi Party is going to be addressing a press conference on this very topic, on how they plan to respond to the kind of observation that has been made by the Delhi High Court. In that will be very clear what stand they take and how do they plan to go forward as well. So we'll have to wait for that particular press conference as well. It has been a day of high drama when you're coming from all sides, one being on the side of the Delhi High Court and its very scathing observations that has been made. We are yet to get a response from the Aam Aadmi Party on this. We're also going to be very closely monitoring the health conditions of both Satyendra Jain and Manish Sisodia, who currently has been rushed to the hospital. And thirdly would be that important meeting that is taking place as to the future development, the further forward planning that they want to do as to how they want to go about this. Because now we're looking at an absolute deadlock for the past 8 days with none of the parties involved in this blinking.
Right.
We have seen the kind of appeal that has been made by Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal as well. So the ball now is on the IAS Association's court as to what do they want next. There is an appeal that is coming in. Are they looking at a conversation, a dialogue of sorts? But these are something that we'll have to wait for the IAS Association come out and clarify as to what are they looking at, how do they plan to end this entire boycott, because ultimately it has been 8 straight days and this is the ground reality. Everybody is asking the same question as to when does this end, who is the one who's supposed to intervene.
Absolutely.
While the LG still hasn't met
with counter allegations Fine, stay with us, Apurva. We're going to listen into those reactions here that have come in from outside the High Court, with each of the legal teams speaking out here on what happened after the High Court slamming.
कोर्ट ने आज इस मैटर को सुना और उसके बाद जो है ये मैटर को फ्राइडे को लगा दिया फर्दर हियरिंग के लिए। कोर्ट से मैंने मांगा कि ये कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल क्राइसिस है और पूरे दिल्ली की जनता जो है वो वाटर से जूझ रहा है, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी से जूझ रहा है, इसमें अर्जेंट कोर्ट को इंटरफेयर करने की जरूरत है। हाउएवर द कोर्ट आफ्टर हियरिंग पोस्टेड द मैटर ऑन फ्राइडे। कोर्ट ने बहुत कैटेगोरिकली ये बताया है कि हु ऑथराइजेज मिस्टर केजरीवाल टू सिट ऑन धरना, और इसके ऊपर कोर्ट ने केजरीवाल जी के जो अधिवक्ता हैं उनके ऊपर जो है बहुत ही स्ट्रांग कमेंट किया, ये कहते हुए कि धरना जो है किसी भी तरह से लीगल नहीं है।